Welcome back to 7 News. There's renewed concern over who will care for America's aging population. Baby boomers, many who are taking care of their own parents, may not have the same help.
Well, a study done by the AARP found that by 2030, there may only be 4 caregivers for every person over 80. Right now, that number is about 7. It says that is because of all the more divorces, fewer children that people are having. So thankfully, there's one group that helps older adults here in our community. It's called the Seniors Resource Center. And with us this morning is their president and CEO, John Zabava. And John, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about the organization and exactly the services you provide.
Seniors Resource Center has been in the community for 35 years. Basically, we are a nonprofit organization that provides home and community-based services that support older adults and their families to stay independent in the community for as long as possible. So you mentioned caregivers. So what happens when you have to give up your driver's license? Mm-hmm. You know, what options do you have available? So do you rely on your children, your families to transport you where you need to go? That's one of the services offered by Seniors Resource Center. Critical transportation takes you to the doctor's appointments, to dialysis treatments, to the grocery store, to be engaged in community life so that you can really have a quality of life as you get older in years. So that's one of many services, in-home care, where we go into the home and provide personal care. We prepare some meals, we provide some companionship. It really relieves the caregiver of the burdens of really 24/7 responsibility for that aging parent. You know, aging is something that we are all dealing with.
It happens.
It happens.
Something
Believe
we can't
me,
escape.
how well I know.
So, yeah.
So I have a very different perspective of aging than I did when I started at Seniors Resource Center 32 years ago. But nonetheless, so whether it's our own aging process or caring for family members, we have friends and neighbors that are aging and may need some assistance as well.
I think it just sounds like a very important support group, and I believe we have video here. The Senior Resource Center also works to keep our community's aging population active and independent as well. In fact, last year, we brought viewers this story right here of the Woodchucks. This group actually makes toys for area children. This is out of donated lumber, and this is just one of the many projects that you do. Tell us about the other ones.
So in addition to volunteers, we have about 560 volunteers that we work with, and there again the objective is to provide meaningful activities whereby an older adult feels as if they're continuing to make a contribution. So we have volunteers that provide transportation. We have volunteers that are doing home repairs, that are building wheelchair ramps, installing adaptive equipment, repairing a rickety stair rail. We have volunteers that are going into the home and providing friendly visiting for individuals that may be isolated, shut in. We have volunteers providing Meals on Wheels. So anything you can think of, we really work to match up one's interest and their skill sets with meaningful volunteer opportunities.
A nursing home is not something that all adults want to do, and they're costly. We're looking at, in Colorado, the average nursing home cost is $77,000 a year.
That is right. And so, I don't think any of us see that in our future, that is an option.
Sure.
So that's what we're all about, is to providing those care options that allow us to stay at home in the community for a fraction of the cost of what institutional care would be, not to mention addressing the quality of life that's so important to all of us.
Yeah, and to kind of get all of that going, obviously one of the things is you need some funds, right? Money is a good thing that helps out. And people in the community can in turn help you guys out with your event that you have this weekend, Age to Perfection.
That's correct. It's going to be a wonderful event. It's going to take place at Hudson Gardens off of Santa Fe. So, you can tour the gardens and look at the beautiful flowers. We have breweries represented, distilleries, all Colorado products. We have Hazel Miller Band, which is going to be an amazing performance. She is very talented, does everything from blues to jazz to pop music. There'll be a great dinner, and your very own Ann Trujillo will be emceeing the event. It starts at 4 o'clock on Saturday, goes till 8:30 in the evening. There'll be some amazing silent auction items as well as some live auction items. But most importantly, in addition to this fun event, all of the proceeds will go to support these critical programs and services that allow older adults to stay at home and in the community. And last year we served over 21,000 individuals.
Wow.
And unfortunately, the funding, whether it's government funding or from other sources, has not kept pace with the demand for these types of services. So come out, support the good work of the Seniors Resource Center, and have a good time.
Sounds great. Thanks, John.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. You can find more information about this event on our website, thedenverchannel.com. Just look for the red TV button on our homepage.